Hey guys, welcome back to Signs and Wonders. Sorry I haven't posted for a while, just being a bit under the weather, but feeling better now and I'm ready to get things fired back up, including my live shows. So I'd like to give a massive thank you to all my Patreons, channel members, and all of you who just watch my content. Thanks, guys. So today is January 16th, 2021, and this is your End Times News Report. China is arresting Christians for attending Zoom church. The Chinese Communist Party is using the pandemic as an excuse to crack down on Christians, even arresting some for attending online services via Zoom. David Curry, the CEO of the Christian charity Open Doors, told Burbart News on an interview this Wednesday. Can you believe that stuff, guys? Online church, they're getting arrested for that? Ridiculous. Open Doors released on Wednesday the 2020 first edition of its annual World Watch List, a ranking of the world's most dangerous places to practice the Christian faith. Open Doors is a charity that's dedicated to aiding Christians in parts of the world where they face persecution, either from the government or from civil society. In 2021, North Korea ranked the top most dangerous place in the world for Christians for the 20th year in a row, due to systematic persecution, including execution of Christians by the totalitarian, communist government, which uses force to command popular worship of the nation's founder, Kim Song whatever, and Kim Jong-un and his family. China ranked number 17 among the world's persecutors of Christians, lower than several nominal democracies such as India and Nigeria, due largely to a lack of civil society-driven mob attacks on Christian communities. The ranking this year nonetheless represented a 6-spot rise for China between 2020, when it ranked number 23. So from last year, guys, it went from number 23 up to the number 17th worst spot country for a Christian. So that's a rapid increase. It's getting very bad there. In just 3 years, the country has risen 26 places, reflecting a rapidly deteriorating situation for Christians in the country, Open Doors says. At least 42 people killed and hundreds injured as a magnitude 6.2 earthquake hits West Sulawesi, Indonesia. So at least 42 people have been killed and more than 600 injured after a shallow magnitude 6.2 earthquake hit West Sulawesi, Indonesia, at approximately 18:28 hours on January 14th, 2021. Many people are still trapped under the rubble, and rescue workers fear the death toll will continue rising. The quake was preceded by another magnitude 5.7 at 06:35 hours. According to Indonesia's Meteorology, Climatology, and Geophysics Agency, the epicenter was located about 6 kilometers northeast of Meijin, which is a city of a population of about 38,000. At least 8 people died, 637 were injured, and 15,000 were displaced in Meijin, according to the country's National Board for Disaster Management. Strong shaking in the city lasted up to 7 seconds, damaging 300 houses. In the neighboring Mamaju, with a population of about 15,000, an additional 34 deaths were reported. Severe damage was reported in both cities, including badly damaged military command offices, hotels, and government buildings. Safaruddin Sanusi, head of West Sulawesi's Communications and Information Department, told CNN that nearly half of the buildings in Mamaju have been destroyed. 3 of Mamaju's largest hospitals were badly damaged and 1 collapsed. Matria Manakara, I think it's called, with patients and staff still trapped under the rubble. The hospital is flattened, it collapsed, one of the rescuers said. The BNPB said a series of earthquakes in the past 24 hours has caused at least 3 landslides and electricity had been cut. Massive Iran missile drill is message to US Gulf and Israel. A massive Iranian missile drill showcasing long-range missiles, drones, and other weapons is taking place this weekend and serves as a message to Gulf countries, the US, and Israel. It comes 1 year after Iran launched ballistic missiles at U.S. forces in Iraq and follows Tehran's sending of missile technology to Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen in recent years. A report said that Iran used drones to attack a missile defense system and then fired a barrage of Zolo, Farah, Zalzala, and Dezful ballistic missiles. The drones were supposed to neutralize air defenses for the incoming missiles. Last year, Israel conducted a major integrated and multi-layered air defense drill using the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow defense systems. Iran did a drone drill on January 5th and a naval drill last week on January 13th. Iran also used a Delta Wing drone during its drill to attack an air defense system on January 15th. Commentators said this reminded them of Iran's attack on Saudi Arabia in September 2019. A recent report at Newsweek alleged Iran has a kamikaze drone base in Yemen with Delta Wing-style drones. That report called them Shahed 136s, although a drone by that name is not known in Iranian press reports. Nevertheless, it may be similar to the one used on January 15th. Reports say some of these drones have a 2,000 kilometer range, meaning they can reach Israel. That's incredible, 2,000 kilometers. The missiles have also a long enough range to possibly target Israel depending on where they are fired from. They can also target U.S. ships and Gulf states. Jerusalem gives preliminary approval to build a new U.S. embassy. Jerusalem municipal authorities on Wednesday gave preliminary approval for the construction of a new U.S. embassy. Jerusalem's deputy mayor, Falehur Hassan, said on Twitter the new building will be located on Jerusalem's Hebron Road, not far from the current site of the temporary U.S. embassy. She also said the temporary embassy in Jerusalem will be expanded. Hassan explained another committee must vote to approve the plans, and she expects that to happen in the next few weeks. Jerusalem Mayor Moish Leon celebrated the move on Twitter, saying it was good news for all who love Jerusalem. I believe that more and more embassies will soon be built in our city, the capital of Israel, he said. President Donald Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital and opened an embassy there in 2018. The move was largely celebrated by Israelis, but sparked ire among Palestinians. I believe that more and more embassies will soon be built in our city, the capital of Israel. Again, that is a quote from Jerusalem Mayor Moish Leon. Iranian suicide drones in Yemen within range of Israel. As tensions escalate in the Red Sea region, Iran has sent several Shahed 136 loitering munitions, known as suicide drones, to its proxies in Yemen, Newsweek reported on Thursday. According to the report, satellite footage from December 25th shows that Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps sent the drones to the Al-Jahaf province in northern Yemen, an area controlled by the Houthi rebels. These drones are capable of reaching destinations 2,200 kilometers or 1,400 miles away and can therefore reach Israel. Meanwhile, the Iranian army is conducting naval exercises in the Gulf of Oman just a week after performing drone drills involving hundreds of aircraft and the infantry. Iranian Major General Mohammad Hossein Bagheri announced on Wednesday that Iran intends to conduct naval patrols in the Red Sea to protect Iranian shipping. 2 weeks ago, the London-based Arab newspaper Al Hayat reported that Israel and Saudi Arabia are pressuring U.S. President Donald Trump to take military action against Iran before the end of his term. The report stated that Iran's plans to resume enriching uranium to 20% is a breach of the Iranian nuclear deal and therefore constitutes grounds for a U.S. military attack. Israel reportedly considers plans to strike Iran's nuclear program as Tehran boasts development. The leading Israeli newspaper said IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Separet proposes to counter the Iranian nuclear threat. It indicated one of those proposals could be a military strike and would require a significant boost to the military's budget. Israeli military intelligence believes Iran could form a fully operational nuclear site within a year, the paper reported. Although Iran denies allegations it seeks to create a nuclear weapon, Defense Minister Benny Gantz argues Tehran's actions say otherwise. Iran has made progress in recent years in terms of research and development, both on enriched material and offensive capabilities, and has a regime that really wants to have nuclear weapons, Gantz told Israel Hayom. It is clear that Israel needs to have a military option on the table. It requires resources and investment, and I am working to make that happen. Iran announced it resumed the enrichment of uranium to 20% purity, just a technical step away from the 90% purity needed for weapons-grade materials. The United Nations Atomic Watchdog Agency said Iran has also begun installing equipment to produce uranium metal. The International Atomic Agency said Iran claimed the move was made as a part of its declared aim to design an improved type of fuel. However, uranium metal can also be used for nuclear weapons. The increased uranium enrichment and attempts to make uranium metal are both open violations of the Iranian nuclear deal or Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action signed in 2015. Tehran signed the controversial deal with Britain, China, Germany, France, Russia, and the United States in an effort to monitor and curb Iran's nuclear program. The Trump administration unilaterally pulled out of the deal in 2018, arguing it needed to be renegotiated. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope everyone is healthy and well. Please subscribe if you're not already. Give the video a like, and I will see you guys soon. God bless.